Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
This is it. My team. Mike 45. I'm coming.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground.
What I also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessary, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
You got tape. 55.
On second down now, it's Miller, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Watson with a give to Miller. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 44, Watson. It's caught, Stills, right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Watson just beating the play clock. Fells has it, left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking,
and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Right to the Falcons now. Come up 1st and 10 at the 20. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get it.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
26, 59. That's what I do. 45 to mouth. Watch the screen. Watch the 55. Watch the screen.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
19. Mike, 45. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 99. 36. No time now.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Watson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
19. 59. Norman John. 55. Hayward. Watch the run. Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
19. 59. Let's make these babies cry. 54. Let's make these babies. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Watch the run. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 54. Nine of them go.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go. At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
51, Tom! Check three.
Throwing again. Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Finding fouls complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
We're set. 19. 59. Rip right, rip right. Check. Line up, line up. Line up, go.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
You're not ready. Mike, check. Mike, 31. You don't want nothing. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Smoke. Mark, 59. Mark, check, 59. Let's set a tone, fellas. Ain't no time now.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons leading tackler in 2018. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, we gotta snap it.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. Caught left side Hopkins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
2nd and 7.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was...
That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down, check, 4 down.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
13 yards on the play.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Watch the ship. Hey, express. Check 49, check 49. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
24 down, coming. 57, Mike, 57.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made it under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carlos Watkins able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Check.
Now it's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run with Miller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards, a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Set. 19. 59. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Hey, check Mike 46. Ricky. SOS. Hey, 59.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he finds Stills, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. "25 yards the pickup there and also a first down."
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Freeman again, a first down carry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
So even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
21. Mike. Where he's not at. 55, Mike. Get that quarterback. And all.
Here's Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
I got you. 45. Line up, go. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. 59. He don't want it. 6 guys.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Back now in Houston, It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lonnie Johnson, the rookie out of Kentucky. Past the 20. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
You remember me. Let's go, baby. Check 58.
To throw again, Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Ryan now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
He may try and run for this. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver. And it's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Ryan. Under pressure, and he 6.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Shift. Hey, sprint players. Shift.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Markevious Mingo. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
24's down, he's coming.
25. Check 25. Check 24. Check hot route.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A first down carry now for Miller. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Watch motion. Showing it.
On second down, it's Miller. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, there you go, from red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell, coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone and try and help them along the way.
And now set up here in terrific field position. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's third down.
Right there in the middle. 55. Wait. Watch the screen. 20. Watch the screen. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. From the shotgun, Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again, but it'll be second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Under 10. 21. 10.
To throw again is Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Set, hut. Set, scared. Set, 45 to Mike. On deck, pump. Check safety, check safety.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Texans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Kill, kill, kill. 31. Kill, kill.
Out of the gun, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. Whoosh. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Greystone, travel. Mike, check.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Ryan will throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs.